Meant to be. This is a story about a married couple who have spent literally 5 years in a loveless marriage. The man suddenly gets a dangerous anonymous disease that puts his life on a league of death. Mutual love occurs as the wife takes care of the husband. We start in a dining room. Ben is seated on a dining table waiting to be served by his wife, Carol. Carol comes with a grumpy face while taking food to her husband. "Here's your food," said Carol as she carelessly puts the food on a dining and pulls out a chair to sit. Ben starts to eat, but it seems the food is not delicious as he's grimacing, something that annoys Carol even more. Ben, with a grimacing face, asks, "What's wrong with the food?" Carol rudely replies, "What do you mean, what's wrong with the food? There is absolutely nothing wrong with it." "I don't know, but something about it is wrong," answered Ben. "Excuse me? You know what? I have a suggestion. How about if you start cooking your own food? That way the problem will be solved," answered Carol. "It's not what I meant. I was just saying." As Ben is explaining himself, Carol cuts him off with a rude remark. "Save your explanation, it's not needed. Just know I'm not your chef. I didn't come here to cook." "Well, it's your duty as a wife. You should cook for your husband," replied Ben. "It was my duty. It is no longer my duty," yelled Carol as she's standing up. While standing up with a huge amount of curiosity, Ben asks, "What do you mean it was your duty? Isn't it clear that I'm tired of this marriage? I'm so sick of you. There is no love in this marriage. We're fighting every day. Which type of marriage is this?" asked Carol. "Well, I'm tired of it as well in case you think you're the only one. You are good for nothing," claimed Ben. "Ha ha ha ha, you moron. And who told you you're good at anything? Don't you even wonder why for all these 5 years of marriage we don't have a baby? You're so stupid for believing I'm sterile because FYI, I can conceive, just that you can't make a good father, you bozo," yelled Carol. Ben furiously manhandles Carol as he exclaims, "You stupid woman! How could you do this to me? I hate you!" Carol, while pulling herself away from Ben, says, "Let go of me. Why don't you just have babies with your mistresses instead?" "Oh yeah, that sounds better. I should do that," replied Ben. "I've never loved you and you know it. I was just forced to marry you, and this is the time that I end this meaningless so-called marriage," yelled Carol. "I've never loved you either. You are my worst nightmare," said Ben. "I'm out of here," she yells as she leaves the room. A few days later, just when Carol was planning to quit the marriage, that's when Ben got an anonymous disease and she decided to stay and look after him. He was hospitalized, however the doctors failed to diagnose the disease. He was then discharged as there was no money for hospital bills anymore. At this point, he's at home being nursed by none other than his wife, Carol. Using local herbs, his health keeps on deteriorating every single second. Ben is laid in bed, so ill that Carol is just helping him to sit in order to feed and give him the medicine. But he is in immense amount of pain that Carol feels like crying, but she's just holding on the tears not to come out. "Ben, you should sit. It's time to eat something and have your medicine," says Carol while helping Ben to sit. "I don't feel like eating," Ben painfully replies. "But you need to have something before you take your medicine. It's soup. It will help you, said Carol softly. No use. Just let me die. Nothing can heal me, claims Ben. Don't say that. God will do wonders. Have faith, said Carol as she feeds him with a spoon. But look at my condition. Really, I'm on the verge of my death, says Ben. Please stop. There must be a reason for everything, said Carol while crying. After feeding him, she gives him the herbal meds, wipes his mouth, and helps him to go back to his sleeping position. All right then, you can go back to sleep. I'll join you later after finishing something. Thanks a lot. I don't know how I could have lived without you, said Ben softly with gratitude in his eyes. Go to sleep, Ben, says Carol as she's holding tears. Then she leaves and heads to her praying mat. Carol is on the praying mat, busy praying to God for a miracle, with immense amount of pain in her heart and tears flowing down her cheeks, loudly yearning for God's mercy towards her ill husband. She thinks that Ben is in deep sleep. However, he is awake and hears his wife praying for him. This makes him fall deeper in love with her and puts a smile on his face. She believes that this dangerous anonymous disease can only be healed by none other than God. Oh dear God, please heal my husband. I don't want to lose him. And if only we could share the pain, I could take 70% of it. It's so hard to see him in this pain. I miss the days we used to fight. Fighting every day is better than the pain he's going through. Please, God, we need a miracle. We are trying to treat a disease that we don't even know what it is. But you do know it very well, that's why I'm begging and leaning on you, God. With you, everything is possible, and I believe you're gonna heal him sooner than we might expect. Because you are God. Praise Carol as she's crying. After praying, she wipes her tears and heads to bed. As she closes her eyes, Ben softly calls her name. Carol? Ben, I thought you asked me. Did I wake you up? Do you need something? Tell me, she asks. I've been awake the whole time, and I've heard you praying for me. I just want to say thank you so much for everything, and I'm so sorry for the way I treated you. I've been always married to a woman with such a soft and loving heart without even knowing, and I realized how much you mean to me. And you should know that I love you because I'm in love with you, declares Ben. I'm in love with you too. I don't remember when I started feeling it, but all I know is that I love you so much, and you mean a lot to me, my husband, replies Carol with a sweet smile on her face. They both hug. Okay, we should go to sleep now. They both go to sleep. A few months later, Ben gradually got better, and their love grew at the fastest rate possible. They paid for the time they spent hating each other. Now that God has given them another chance, they won't waste it. They spend time loving each other and doing things they both enjoy. Right now, they're in the hospital for a good reason this time. because they have a new member in their family, their newborn boy who is about to meet his dad and be named. Hey, little one, are you ready to meet Daddy? He's about to come. Are you excited? Asks Carol as she's carrying her newborn baby boy and singing for him. That's when Ben pops in. With great excitement, he carries his baby boy and gives him a name. Thank you, my Carol. I love you, says Ben. I love you too, says Carol, as they kiss. The end. Thank you.